Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Moviecast, episode 426. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gast, joined by Corey Feinsod.
Hello.
And Tony Korkanakis.
Yosh.
What's up, guys? Welcome, listeners.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays.
Yeah, this might be the last one before.
Yeah, we're not podcasting next week.
Are we podcasting the week after that too? Because it's like
I think we will. It's New Year's night. I mean, who does stuff on New Year's night?
a lot of people.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it, guys.
See. Potentially, it could be the last of the year, though.
It could be, but it could be the last of the year either. It's the last of the year, anyways. Because if we broadcast it, will be on New Year's night.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
This is our last broadcast of the year. Yeah. So happy New Year, then, everybody, too. So happy holidays, happy New Year.
Close it out. Let's predict shit.
Yeah, so we're gonna do that's yeah. So our topics tonight for the Gamecast and the Moviecast for the review both is gonna be like bold predictions for 2019. So I went bold. I mean, you guys could have gone predictions, but I went like stuff that I'm like,
yeah, I think that
probably isn't gonna happen, but it would be pretty cool.
That's fun.
Yeah, I went fun bold predictions. So let's talk box office first. Talk about Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Doing at number one at $35.5 million. That's your number one movie. The Mule, The Grinch, Ralph Breaks the Internet, and Mortal Engines, which it bombed at the box office. That
movie was sent to die.
It was. I mean, you're in a crowded December. Actually, December's become crowded, and you had no hype, and you're up against a movie that actually is very good, as we'll get into shortly here. But Ralph Breaks the Internet's doing well. Grinch is doing very well. Yeah. And there was no marketing for this whatsoever. So, yeah. So there's your box office.
I mean, imagine if Alita was the release this month too. It's like they were smart enough to get out.
Yeah, I mean, and fun. It's funny. It's like one of my predictions coincides with. I was going to do a bigger, bold prediction for one of my predictions, but a lot of movies moved out of next December, so it's Star Wars next December for like it's got a long gap between. It's got a window.
I mean, yeah, This is the end of a trilogy of trilogies, so let's.
Yeah. So
let's get out of the way, move, bitch.
But yeah, opening this week's going to be Aquaman. Bumblebee.
I plan on seeing it. So
Bumblebee opens on Christmas, right? This is the 21st on here, but I think it opens on Christmas.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I thought it was this weekend too, but I don't know.
Okay. You get Aquaman, Bumblebee, and Mary Poppins Returns all opening this week. So
it's crowded.
Yeah, I mean it's Christmas time, and a lot of families go to the movies on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Even. I mean that's Corey, you're your tradition for years, right?
Yeah, it was for a while. Chinese food and Christmas movie. Not a Christmas movie, but a movie at Christmas.
Unless you saw apparently Die Hard. Sorry.
Christmas movie, but
yeah. Yeah, I know. But I mean, this is going to be a big weekend. Aquaman's getting pretty good early previews. Yeah, pretty good buzz. I did the same thing with this movie, though. I haven't read any snippets. I haven't really watched any scores for this movie. I haven't seen any scores for this movie, actually, Aquaman. This is how I went into the Spider-Verse. Corey and I, for the record, have seen Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, you've seen
it? Yeah.
Okay.
Tony, you didn't see it yet? Okay.
I'm going to go this weekend.
I will make the announcement.
Make sure you go before the end of the year, Tony. Just saying that.
Yes. Yeah, you're gonna need to go to see that before the end of the year.
Yeah, I heard. I
know. Corey and I saw it yesterday. I've been like massively ill at my house for like the last 4 days, but I'm like, he texted me yesterday. He's wanting to go. I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'm going. I wasn't contagious anymore. I'm like, I'm going. Yeah. So happy I did. It's fantastic.
Alert, I am struggling with what my end of the year movie is because of this movie.
Same here. It's very close decisions right now to make. Very, very good movie. I'm not trying to overhype it for Tony, so that's it. Yep. But it's so entertaining. So the artwork is awesome.
We'll get into a little bit. We'll talk our brief thoughts later, I guess.
Yeah. So, but Aquaman, I'm doing the same thing for Aquaman right now. I'm avoiding the reviews and the scores, but I'm kind of getting, again, using Rotten Tomatoes the way it was intended to get a certified opinion about, is this mostly positive and could I enjoy it? Yes, I think I can. So
depends on what you want to get out of the movie.
I'm going to be seeing, like, I'm really going to take advantage of my A-list finally. finally, this is where the money comes back. So last month I only watched one movie, so it was only like a break even. This week I've seen Spider-Man. I'm going to see The Grinch Thursday. Tickets already bought. Yep. Saturday is Aquaman.
More money.
And then Sunday is Mary Poppins Returns.
5 movies in a week.
Well, four, right? Oh, and then Bumblebee. I'm going to see Bumblebee. I'm thinking I might see Bumblebee.
Spider-Man was Monday.
Spider-Man, Grinch, Aquaman,
Mary Poppins. 4. And then 4. Oh,
and then Bumblebee will probably be Christmas night. I might go see Christmas night.
So 4 movies in a week and 5 in 10 days.
Yeah.
8 days.
Yeah.
There you go. So, that's how you wait. It's only 3 movies a week.
Yeah, but the way it rolls, man, I got Aquaman,
Sunday a new week?
Grinch. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
How quick is the turnaround time for signing up and getting access?
Immediate?
It's immediate?
It's immediate. Yeah. You can even do it
card or anything.
But it's 3 so you are going to be charged for 3 months no matter what.
That's fair.
$60 basically.
It's for 3 months. You're giving them $60 for over 3 months.
I was tempted to do it because I was like, I'm going to see Spider-Man, I'm going to see Aquaman, but I'm like,
right, that's what I'm thinking. Because like right now, if I do it right now, I'll see Spider-Man,
Aquaman, Bumblebee.
I would see Aquaman if I got this. Bumblebee,
right, if you got it.
Mary Poppins. So that's 4 movies right there. I mean, that would be $60, and just like the next 2 months would be whatever
you got. I really am psyched to see Glass in January from M. Night Shyamalan because that's the final of that trilogy. Yeah. I really like that trilogy. So for me, January, that's my movie.
You really like 2 of the movies at least. You haven't seen the.
Yes.
But no, I mean, if you see 4 movies, you've already making your money back.
For another, and again, when you've subscribed here, your free movie. I mean.
You just have to go to AMC though, Tony. Do you have any?
Yeah, sure.
They're a little out of the way, but I mean, I think I'd rather do that than pay retail for movies.
Like 10 extra minutes out of the way compared to paying $20 for every movie.
So, and then you got Holmes and Watson as well. I do want to see that. It's good.
I would see that. Yeah.
For free? Absolutely.
For free. Yeah, exactly. Movies is like for free.
Once I get this, like this week's done, I've made my money. Everything is gravy after this for the next 2 months. So.
And if you get it now. Actually,
I still haven't seen Ralph Breaks the Internet, so I'd see that.
Yeah, there you go, and that's a must see. It's worth seeing
now. I think Captain Marvel would fall into the.
Ooh, you're right. I think it would too.
Yeah, so I'm going to cancel at the end of January, and then I'm going to probably re-up right when Captain Marvel hits. So because that'll get me into Avengers as well. So yeah, I canceled already once, and I didn't quite make my money back on that one. I think I broke even, and I may have lost one, but. So yeah. Anyways, so that's your box office. Let's get into. I don't have the news opened. Let's get into what we've been up to. Again,
I'll start because I watched a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So I watched Elseworlds, the CW crossover from Arrow, Supergirl, and Flash, and I have to say, like, these mini events are done really well, and this one was probably the best one of them all so far. And I like they really made fun of themselves a little bit here as well, which was really nice. There's a section in this that because they introduced Batwoman. It's not a spoiler. It's like their whole shtick here is Batwoman's in this movie, but the way they handled Batman in this movie, in the way that they reference him, is pretty funny, I have to say. And it's funny just to see that. If you can find a clip of that, it's pretty hilarious. Mm-hmm. They make fun of the fact that Arrow basically stole all of his villains.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned that because I was actually talking, not to rip from your time, but I was talking with a new friend of mine. She was talking about some shows that she's watching, and she came up with Supernatural, and I was like, "Oh, no, I've had my fill of CW shows."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh," and we got talking on Arrow, and she's like, "Yeah, I've heard some weird things about Arrow." I was like, "Yeah, I think the epitome of like, wow, I can't believe they just did that was that Felicity being handicapped." Breaking up with Oliver and then immediately getting her like legs back and then just walking up and getting out, like walking out. It's like, really? Like that is like, I know this is a show, but that is so unrealistic.
It's like, we're going to make the Watchtower and whole thing going, but then it's like, actually, this is too close to Batman. Let's just give her her legs back.
Yeah.
But no, it's funny how they treat Felicity in this as well, which is pretty good. Like I said, not watching any of the other episodes, like I have no idea about. Like,
can I watch this without having watched the past?
Absolutely.
I'm planning on doing that.
No, there is no need to watch because they basically catch you up in the beginning of the show anyway. Like they give you like a brief 30-second thing, like what's been going on. And then like you're like, that's all I need. I'm good. And the characters show up like, I don't care about you. Good. You just show up for a second and you're gone. So it's like it's perfect. And yeah, I really enjoy these crossovers they did, and they keep getting better. And this one is all about preparing the next years. And they don't even like try to like hide the fact that it's going to be Crisis on Infinite Earth.
Oh, interesting.
They just say what it's coming. It's like coming next year. And it's like this whole Elseworlds thing was about that, and the theme of it was, you know, the Freaky Friday, you know, swap bodies or places, but not bodies.
Yeah. On the Arrow? What?
So it's but it's funny because they are themselves, and they even cross-reference that. It's like, wait, is this Freaky Friday or Quantum Leap? And then the guy's like, it's not Quantum Leap because you only see yourself in the mirror. Like, yes. So, but yeah, like I said, it was actually really good, and it's much more funny than I thought it was going to be. And yeah, each each episode's like a standalone of that show. Like, oh, continued in Arrow, continued in Supergirl, whatever. But like, you don't need to watch these shows to really appreciate it. Just being a comic book fan, you'll appreciate what they're doing here.
Sure.
And yeah, that one was cool. I thought that her introduction was neat. They nailed the actress as well.
Yeah, I do want to. That's one of the more interest for me in this crossover is Batwoman, to see what that looks like. So
yep. So yeah, that I was very happy with what they did there, and like, so I definitely recommend it to anyone who has been a fan of the shows and also like dropped off, because like I haven't watched any of these shows at all since, you know, the whole Arrow and Dark.
I haven't either. So,
but yeah, so then also we saw Into the Spider-Verse.
Yep.
And the animation is it's almost like a cel shaded thing going on
almost
here.
Cel-shaded, yeah.
So they bring in comic book aspects to it, which is really cool. They have like text bubbles and like internal monologues like that they do in text on the screen.
Yep.
Visually, it's just stunning. Like
visually, it's so cool. Yeah.
One of the best visuals I've seen in an animated movie in a long time, and that includes, you know, like the Pixar stuff. Like Pixar is going for this cartoony realism a lot of times. Here, they're just going for comic book flair.
It's almost like they zoomed way in on a page of a comic book. Like if you're looking at it on your iPad and you zoom way in onto it, you can start to see like the little individual like dots. It's almost like that kind of hint is
like different,
even hints are there in this and stuff.
I heard a lot of them have different styles too.
Right. Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, there's like a flashback sequence, so like they make the comic book art look like it was back in that time period. Or you know, there's like a Japanese anime character who's drawn in Japanese anime style, and a cartoon character who's drawn in the cartoon style. So like because it's animation, they can do things that you wouldn't normally able to do in a live action movie, and it's just visually amazing. I do agree with Jim. He mentioned also like Kingpin's in this movie, and the way that they animate him is weird. It's just
this is my only.
I'm not a fan of it. But everything else, like I am very impressed with this, and it makes you want to learn more about these characters because
I can't wait for a sequel.
They already announced the sequel.
I know.
There's no way this movie can't get it. It's so good, and the themes. There's some really good themes, like just the fact that there's like heart to this movie, and as well as the comedy and the action. It's just like the trifecta is it's amazing, and I teared up at certain points of the movie, and you know, it hits you also because there's like a father-son element to it as well, which kind of hits home a little bit more, and it's just like really well done. And it's funny because it's an origin story for Spider-Man that's very similar to another origin story, but they just do it really well. So
yeah.
So yeah, nothing but good things to say about it, and looking forward to talking about this again in the future because I'm sure we will be.
Yeah. We gotta do a spoiler cast at some point once we get another viewership of it on us here. So I loved it, and highly recommended it to people. And the
soundtrack is amazing as well.
Oh yeah, the music is great.
I was like thinking, wow, Sony's really pulling out all the stops here because like. Yeah, some of the music is great, and there's sequences with characters come on screen that the music changes, and like the sound effects for those characters are like amazing. It's like really either intimidating or heroic, and
the style. The style is just
everything about it just really blew me away. Awesome. Like I was hoping for the best, but it exceeded my expectations.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, I was happy. I was very happy with it. So we just strongly recommend it too. So
yeah. But other than
yeah, for me, I mean that's really the big thing. I watched. I'm trying to think of what I watched last week because I know I missed the podcast last week, and I can't remember. What the heck I watched. That's what I was trying to come up with. But Tony, what have you been watching? Anything?
So I finished season 2 of The Good Place. That show is. I mean, I didn't think they could top season 1. I'm not saying they topped it in season 2, but like they definitely gave it another like twist where it's like, oh, okay, this is an interesting premise for the next season and stuff like that. Yeah. So
I will say season 3 is not at the level of these first 2 seasons.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I expect that. I mean, like, it was one of those things where like the more you keep getting the twists and the turns, it's like, well,
right.
Then you start
expecting it. It's like now you're kind of jaded by it a little bit.
Right.
Like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And now it's like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, exactly. But, I mean, it's still an enjoyable show, and the characters are all pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
The other big thing was I watched Voltron, season 8.
Oh, did you get it all done?
Yep.
Cool.
Mixed feelings overall.
Really?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so, Jim, did you watch season 7?
Oh yeah. I'm on season 8. Yeah.
Did you watch season 7? Or?
Not season 7. I've been trying to catch up on it. Just
yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's like felt like season 7 wasn't as strong. I think
there's ups and downs. Yeah. Yep.
But I kind of understood that it wasn't going to be that great because it was a lot of setup for what seemed to be the last season. Mm-hmm. And in my opinion, it didn't really pay off that well. I think it could have if some different things had happened or they went in a different direction. But I feel like there was just too many things that they had to get through really quickly and just be like, all right, like this is what we got. We have 13 episodes and there you go. So it's a little disappointing. It felt like this last season especially went for a different dynamic than Voltron is supposed to go. Like I think out of all the seasons, this might be the season you see the least amount of Voltron, which is really weird for
in the last season.
Right, a show that's about giant robots and stuff. I didn't time it obviously, but that's how it felt. So whatever. And I felt like this last one too was definitely impacted by fan reaction, and I think you guys are with me on that. I hate when studios or companies in general buckle down to fan outrage and outlash, at least the vocal, people, because it's like there are just some things that happen where I'm just like, I really don't think this would have happened if this were made in a vacuum. Like, all the seasons were done and, like that's it. I don't think we would have gotten this product, which is a shame because I hate that, like referencing Arrow. I definitely felt like they changed stuff in Arrow because of, shippers with Felicity and Oliver. Felicity or whatever like that. Like that ruined the show for me.
It did. Yeah.
So it's not that bad, but it's just still one of those things where I'm like, we're spending so much time, in my opinion, on romantic stuff in this last season where I'm like, it's a show about giant robots. And there are relationships in this show because obviously these characters are close, but it shouldn't be about romance. So it's kind of like, eh. And it's quite controversial online. A lot of people... I don't think anybody was happy with this ending. I'll just say that. I don't think anybody was happy with this overall season.
That's the thing is, do you want to give the show an ending that the fans requested, or do you want to give the show an ending it deserves?
Right. And that's the thing. I think it was like a little bit too much being pulled in different directions. I definitely feel like DreamWorks like stepped in and told them to make certain changes. Like we have to have, like you have to have this thing in the last season. And they're like, okay, like, it's just like, all right, we'll do it. We're not going to do it well because we don't want to, but there you go. So like
let's throw in Venom in this Spider-Man movie. Exactly. They don't want to have Venom in.
That's what I was just thinking of. Yeah. So
overall, just to wrap it up, mixed feelings, but there are a lot of good moments. I will say some of the characters that I thought were, I thought I had like certain feelings, like they wouldn't change. Definitely threw me for a loop in the last season where I'm like, damn, I didn't think I would ever feel like empathy for this character at all. And it's like something happens. I was just like my actions are like tearing up a little bit. Like, why? Like, why am I doing this? Like, this is a bad person. Like, why? This is a really bad person. But yeah, there's some really, really excellent moments and excellent animation. So, I mean, look, you're you're already gonna watch it, so you know I'm not. If I tell you not to watch it, you're not gonna be like, well, I watched 7 seasons. I'm not gonna watch the last one.
Yeah. No, I'm watching it. So,
but that's it.
All right. Yeah, I watched the first episode of Titans today. I finished that up. It's okay. First episode. They gave me 3 days for free, and then it's 3 months for $3.99 a month. So I was like, okay, I'll do that. You got me now for Titans and Young Justice next month. So I was like, okay. So they got me for that. So I watched the first episode. It's good. It's actiony. It's a little over the. It's a little too
Titans. I think it'd be a better show. I think I've said that before. But if it wasn't the Teen Titans, it'd be a better show. The other thing is funny because I've been watching that as well. And after watching the Arrowverse or the Arrow crossover that they did there, it's like I kind of enjoy this like parody of itself a little bit more than how serious Titans is sometimes. Yeah. And I can't stand Starfire. Like,
okay. Well, I haven't. I have no opinion.
Not who she should be.
Yeah, I don't really know her character, so but whatever. So they have. Let's see what else. I've been. What the heck else? Oh shoot! Oh, Christmas movies. It's the time of year, so I've been watching a lot of Christmas shows. Like the classics. The Miser Brother ones with the what is that one? That's the Year Without Santa Claus, and How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Jim Carrey's one. So I watched a bunch of those. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. The regular ones. I watched a lot of that stuff. The Muppets Christmas Carol. Yeah. Basically anything I do something here, decorating or something with Christmas, one of those has to go on, and then I end up watching the movie. So that's kind of what's been dominating my week of weeks actually of watched. But I also watched. If you guys are really looking for something to get to cry fest, you could watch Dogs on Netflix.
Nope.
Oh, it's the.
Well, we saw a movie in before Spider-Man too. It was called A Dog's Way Home. Like they showed the entire movie in.
Oh yeah, we did. We saw in the trailer. You get to see the whole movie. We get to see the beginning, how they meet. We get to see the turmoil, how she gets away, runs away accidentally.
We see her find her way home.
She finds her way home, and they get reunited. And in the meantime, she rescues a bunch of people and fights a bunch of wolves.
Yep, and makes friends with a mountain lion.
I think we just summed up that entire movie. I would love to know if something is different in that movie, but
it's like, wow. Speaking of dogs, we saw the entire movie
in the trailer. So, but all right, and that's really it for me. So, all right, let's get into this news real quick. Let's see. I had it open and I closed it. Okay, Netflix is aiming to do 90 movies a year with $200 million budgets. That's what they're going for. Whew. There's another article that came out today about that, where they were the streaming services are now projected to do more next year than the box office. So that's out, and then they're also showing things like, however, there's enough room in the market for both box offices. So, it's not going to take away from anything from the movies. It's not going to take anything away from Netflix. We've talked about the fact that Disney's got their own streaming service coming out. And I know Mike is a big believer that this is going to hurt Netflix quite a bit, but they've banked on, they knew that this was going down years ago. And this is why they've been building their own original content.
Right.
So,
because they were actually a company that thought forward. It's like, oh shit, we actually don't own any of this content. And
they want their own product.
Like, why do you come here?
90,
exactly. It's like,
90 movies a year though. That's a lot.
Dude, they had 64 original things come out this month.
Well, original things, yes. I get shows and stuff like that, and they're producing. I mean, how much money are they spending each year? What's their spending on this product?
Dude, we've talked about this before. They spend like $6 billion or something.
How do you keep
invested?
Reinvest. How do you keep selling your investors on the reinvest part? Like eventually, don't you have to turn profits?
Well, so I mean, this is what happens when you ever have a big business model. You have to grow your user base to a level, like it's X and Y axis, where they need to be like, all right, we're finally at that beautiful intersection between user base and like profit, price point, whatever you want to call it. And then they could start to monetize, like, they've talked about certain things where it's like hey, like if you want only Netflix originals, maybe it's only like $8 a month or $7 a month. If you want, Netflix originals.
4K?
Right, exactly. If you want 4K,
you're already experiencing that right now.
I'm paying for that. Yeah,
there's going to be like different models, just like any subscription service.
That's good.
And honestly, the thing is, like, we win no matter what, and that's the beautiful thing about this. Like, I mean, God, we just how you talk about the box office, and like 10 or what was it Netflix $11.99 a month right now?
The max is $13.99. You can pay up to $13.99 right now for Netflix. It's
what's the base like?
I think it's I think it's $11 right now for the base.
Yeah, $11 a month, and you can binge watch all the content they have.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. You can do $7.99 a month still on this. I saw it. Maybe it's only on my screen
or something, right? Like
it's like standard, also like standard. Like
I mean, if you're watching quality,
there is an $8 option. Yeah,
I mean, they're gonna have mobile options too. It's like I don't need 1080. Like give me 720. You know, like that'll be fine.
Exactly. So
it's just I mean, like you could watch 2 seasons of The Good Place
how many movies? How many original shows? Like
exactly.
It's absurd.
Castlevania, Devil May Cry next year.
They're making so much content that would not be made without them.
Absolutely.
And I know, Mike, and I'm going to just shit talk because he's not here on the podcast to defend himself. It's like he can balk at, all this non-Marvel stuff and say like, oh, House of Cards and Orange is the New Black are ending. It's like, okay, great. And those were fine. Those were mega hits because they had to be mega hits to draw people to Netflix originals. But now it's like, instead of having 3 like tentpole things, it's like you can have a lot more things that are like, smaller in scope. And if one of those breaks out, then that's just, gravy train, like Stranger Things. I don't think anybody expected Stranger Things to become the phenomenon it had.
No,
but I'm sure they'll be like, awesome, like great, And that's what it is. You're just playing the numbers game.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing with animation too. Like for me, like the Castlevania anime was fantastic. I'm looking forward to the Devil May Cry anime. I'm looking forward to all the Netflix anime originals next year. They're bringing Evangelion. They're doing the Cowboy Bebop live action. I mean, yeah, sure. Not all of it might be great, but like whatever. If it's not good, you don't watch it anymore.
Yep.
But they're trying, which is what most people say.
Yeah, so I mean, this is a great model, and now if you look at the next news I have on this list is Apple just bought the Peanuts rights to they bought Peanuts actually. I'm sorry, the entire Peanuts. They own Charlie Brown.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yes,
I thought it was just for streaming. I didn't realize that. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so they are going to be streaming on their service at some point whenever that launches. I read it like they bought the entire Peanuts. They own the rights to the Peanuts now. I read this as this article says it's only streaming it, but I know that I watched them that they acquired 41%. Oh no, they bought more of it. That's what they did. Okay, so I don't know what they have now, but their stake was at 41% already. I didn't even know that to begin with. But so now they have all the rights to stream it on their network exclusively. And so we're going to get an Apple streaming service. We know this now, which we knew anyways, but
it was inevitable.
But like he said though, and Mike, I know I'm not trying to, anyways, people can get annoyed at the fact that there's too many streaming services out there and it's a lot of money to get each one. But the idea is a choice and you can stream what you want, pick and choose. If you want to wait, like I did with Titans, I waited till it's over, then I subscribed and I'm watching it and giving it a chance. And then, I do that with WWE a lot too. Like I never paid them full price for their streaming service. I just stream what I want, get my content, and then I'm done. So it's
right. That's the other thing. It's like you could sign up for a month if you want to, like, you're going to have a vacation or, whatever. It's like you pay for it. You don't have to do it year round. It's not like fucking you're not forced into a subscription service like fucking Comcast.
You're not tied into a contract.
Right,
yes,
exactly. You're not tied to a contract. Like,
hey, 2 years from now you can get out of this thing.
Yeah, it's 2 years. You're out. It's like, if that was how Netflix operated, okay, I would totally be like, yeah, it's kind of hit or miss.
Yeah, just come in and out. And the other nice thing too is like you can get it through iTunes and pay through Apple, like gift cards and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, wasn't he bitching about like how they pulled like Buffy and Angel after like, I don't know, 8 years on service? Like you had like 8 years to rewatch that.
Yeah, I mean, there's stuff that was on there that's not on there anymore. That's like, oh, that's too bad. But that's what happens. Like, and there are sites dedicated to tell you what's coming and going.
So Mike is going to subscribe then to Disney service because that'll probably appear on the Disney streaming service at some point because now they own that.
Yeah,
the Buffy show.
Probably. I mean, he might boycott it in protest.
Yeah.
Well, the new Buffy show. I mean,
they'll have that.
Boycotting that. There's no way in hell he would watch that.
No, he's gonna watch it at some point.
It depends on if Angel shows up as a cameo, then
David Boreanaz.
Yeah. So, all right, let's see. We've got a Sony Sinister 6 movie still in development now. That was on the brink of death, and then Venom decided to...
Oh, I forgot to mention. I saw Venom.
Oh, yes, that's right. You told me about that. That's right. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I watched Venom. It's out on digital now. You can pre-order it and get the digital first, which I like that, where you can pre-order the physical and then just immediately have access to the digital stuff.
Wait,
but
can you cancel your pre-order then? Or
Maybe.
I don't know. No, because you're ordering it through a streaming service, so you can't return.
I mean, you can cancel your pre-order, you just won't get the physical edition. But you can't. You're not.
Yeah, but you watched it already, right?
Yeah, but you're not getting your money back. Is what?
Yeah. Once you purchase digital content, you can't get it. Yeah.
But in any case, the Venom movie is actually not as bad as we all expected it to be. Like we saw the trailers and the symbiotes and all that garbage, and it's like, how can this movie be successful? But the fact is, it's like a fun, dumb, like it's just a dumb, fun movie, and there's like leaps in logic that just don't make sense at all, and they contradict themselves. But at the same time, you're like, this is kind of what it needed to be. And Tom Hardy is actually pretty decent as a guy struggling with the symbiote.
Get it right, Corey. Get it right.
So it's like I could see why it was as successful as it was, but it's still not a good movie.
No. I mean, I'm going to check it out now that it's out, and I'll see it soon. But
I mean, like I said, it was forgettable. I totally forgot I watched it. But at the same time, while I was watching, I was like, I'm not looking to turn it off.
It did so well. I mean, that's what I mean. The Sinister Six movie's back in development, and it's like,
and for like the special effects were actually decent. Like it was pretty neat. I liked seeing him become Venom, and
see
the whole process in that was pretty cool.
But now the rumor here is that Venom will be involved with the Sinister Six movie and not Spider-Man.
Right.
You know, something like that I think could be an interesting take. Like maybe Venom takes the place of maybe
that's
it's right. You know, that would be interesting. See, that is original. Like that, I could see there being some kind of value around because it's
I mean, with how they handle this movie, I think that definitely there's merit to like just making your own Venom universe. And what is weird, I did mention to Jim, they kind of give you like an idea of who Venom is, like on his planet, and it's like really like I didn't need to know this. Like I didn't want to know this.
He's like a loser on his home planet.
Essentially.
He's just a gamer guy up in his room, you know.
I mean, like it's like what? I kind of wished he wasn't. He wouldn't say that. Like
the mystery, right?
Yeah. But like the whole fact that there are these other symbiotes and stuff. It's pretty neat, you know. So
I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that correction too many times, and I'm never going to be able to say it the other way again. That's what's going to happen. Sorry.
But yeah, no, it's interesting, and I could see them building the universe around this character now.
Yeah. That's what I've heard. So and that's really what I've heard about this original. It's more of like you have to get past the skirting through the. It's more turn the brain off while you watch it, because if you try to
turn it off and just like and try to think of it as like, not a Spider-Man character.
Yeah, that, and you're like, wait a minute, when something happens, you're like, wait, they just skirted something there. You have to kind of let that go. But it's a good setup movie for a good sequel.
I think there was even a point where the director's like, somebody asked him straight up, like, how does like you contradict yourself at this point? It's like, it's a movie.
I mean, hey, that's great. Like if there's it's a movie, that's great.
The next bit of news I have is really cool for Star Wars fans. The Mandalorian show that's going to be on Disney's streaming service, Disney Plus, may include Sabine Wren, because her helmet's been seen on set.
Nice.
So their first live action depiction of an animated character right there. Thus, still bringing me hope. My girl. Yes, my girl will be appearing either on that show, which would be cool, or in the movies, which would be cool. In the future movies, not the movie that's coming out, episode 9. I don't expect that at all. But
she's not.
No.
It'd be awesome if she did.
It would be cool. That would make it my like favorite Star Wars movie of all time. But instantly,
Grandma Ahsoka.
Yeah. Yep. You bring her in the movie. You have a ghost Luke. That's fine with me. I'm good. So, and that's it for the news. So, we've got a little bit of topic here about our crazy. Well, I have bold predictions for the next.
I have a couple.
2019. I ordered them. I stay in the. Yeah, I got about the same amount for each podcast. So, let's get this kicked off, guys. So again, this is coming up for 2019 because it is our last podcast of the year. So we'll go into our of the years. I believe it won't be the New Year one. If we do on New Year's, it'll be the week after that. So when we do our of the year, look for it on the 7th, 8th, whenever it hits. So just look there. But this is our 2019 predictions. Be it bold, be it whatever you want to do. We're gonna have fun with this one.
Bold. I don't think I have.
I'm gonna kick this one off with Disney streaming service will announce the return of Daredevil and Charlie Cox.
No.
Oh, you mean the Netflix version?
Yes, the Netflix version.
See, I don't know if you do that without bringing the other characters back, but we'll see.
I see you do that
because they still have Punisher. So
here's the thing. Like, I think that with the contracts now expired and void, Disney has free service to negotiate whoever they want to. There's a lot of pushback from fans about wanting these characters on the screen. It doesn't quite line up with Disney's philosophy of a show, but if they're making the show again, it's easily make that a PG-13 show. And then
I made Deadpool PG-13, so I guess
you may not be able to get all the actors back now because the contract's expiring, but I believe they get him back as that character, and that's my theory.
I mean, if they get the trio of Charlie Cox,
that's what I'm saying. I think they go for those three
and Karen, and Deborah, and I don't know what the guy's name is.
Vincent, what's his name?
If they get those three,
Kingpin. Then Jimmy Kingpin back too.
He was awesome in it.
But he wanted to be in movies too, so he's very interested in the Disney universe as it is. So
it'd be really cool. I would really love to see his Kingpin the way he was in season 3, like with Spider-Man, the Marvel Cinematic Spider-Man.
Yeah. Now that I made that prediction, however, I do think that the show ended just fine, and I'm fine with not having another Daredevil. So we're good. But they keep seeing they want to have another version of Daredevil. I think there was news yesterday or the day before where the owner of Disney streaming, the guy who's creating the content for Disney streaming service, has said we haven't ruled out anything yet. So the possibility is there. But that's my first one. Corey, what's yours?
Shazam will outgross Wonder Woman 1.
What? Wow. We should write these down. But these are just fun ones. So we'll have to go back and listen to the bold predictions episode.
Yeah. No, it's because you were saying they're bold predictions. This is my bold prediction.
Yeah, I just went. I go crazy. Go crazy, man. That's interesting. So, do you think it's more because? Oh yeah, I mean, I guess. Jesus. Yeah. Okay, we'll see. Just timing. Any
I think that the character, like if they do it right, could relate well to people, and it looks fun. So I mean, I don't know how factual this is going to be. Like it could be like a couple $100 million away. Who knows? This movie could be like a $300 million movie, or it could be the $100 million movie. Yeah. Who knows? But we're talking bold predictions here.
Yes, Tony.
And,
Tony, what's your bold?
So it might not seem so bold at this point, but it's something I've been saying for a long time before it was so, not so bold. But I think in 2019, after the dust settles with Aquaman, we're 100% hearing the official announcement from Warner Brothers that Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck are not returning as.
I agree. I think so.
Officially, because we already know this is right.
Right.
We already are expecting it, but yes,
or at least starring like I could sort of see them being like one last role where like, they make either Crisis on Infinite or whatever it is, or
Flash 52,
right, something where it's like Superman and Batman sacrifice themselves to save the multiverse or whatever, and they're the ones that get their actors changed, and it's like, I'm the new Batman, I'm the new Superman. It's like, and the other characters like, okay, we'll just go. Like,
okay. Yeah, this is what
I have to say. Like, Into the Spider-Verse does a great job of handing the mantle off to another Spider-Man.
Yeah, they do.
I think that if it can be done because we've just seen it, so that'd be cool if they did that.
So I get into some cool ones. I'll start with another one here. I'll start with Detective Pikachu will beat Episode 9 worldwide.
Ooh.
I thought that might be my strongest one. Actually, I should have not gone with that in a second, but because I think that could really happen. It's probably that
possibility.
Well, you just said because we talked about
it's worldwide. The key word here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. It's out there, but I'm not saying it's impossible.
Chinese love Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
And Pikachu's gonna be huge. Yeah. So
I mean, it's possible, but
Star Wars never does well in China, right? Like it.
It doesn't need to, though.
Not usually, but with that boost from Pikachu, I think it could do it. And you're going to have a down. I think it'll do less here because of the Last Jedi mixed feelings. Yeah. So I already think it's going to be down from that. So I'm like, I think that this could actually happen. Looking at the numbers here.
Obviously, I mean, you're predicting it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I mean, I think I made some crazy predictions coming up where I'm not sure they're going to happen, but this one I really do feel like it can.
Or 1.5, or did it get 2?
What's that?
Last Jedi. What did it do?
No, I think did it do like 1. I don't think it got 2. 1.3, 1.4.
See.
I can look it up real quick here.
I got it.
Maybe the 1.5.
1.3.
1.3. So there you go. Yeah, absolutely. I think I don't even know that's bold now. I think that's going to happen.
I mean, it's so bold because that's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
All right, I'll give you a really bold one.
All right.
And then obviously this is subjective to me, but I predict my favorite movie next year will not be produced or be have anything to do with a Disney film.
Really?
Yep.
That's wow.
So you're Captain Marvel, Avengers 4,
Star Wars, Spider-Man,
Star Wars,
Spider-Man, Far From Home. Yep.
I mean, it's your
Lion
take.
King. I know Aladdin, Dumbo. I mean, there's so like we talked about Frozen too. Like there's so many movies.
Are you back in Battle Angel for the win? Is that what you're doing? You're going Battle Angel all the way?
No, it's not the one that I'm thinking of.
Oh, okay.
I mean, spoiler: John Wick 3 is where I'm.
John Wick 3. Wow. So, all right, interesting.
We'll see though. I mean, that's how much I'm hoping for it to be good. But it's again subjective. But
yeah, sure.
It's bold because of what's coming out next year. I mean, you're having Endgame, like obviously, episode 9. It's like so.
Endgame could possibly do like 275 opening. It really could.
Yeah.
But, anyways, Tony, what's your? Do you have another one?
Yeah. So this is kind of bold. It's a real quick one, but I actually don't think Avengers Endgame is actually its title. I don't think that's the final name. I don't know why. Like, it's unlikely, but I just have a feeling that it's not actually called Endgame.
Huh.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, they did say it was going to be. What? Go ahead.
His brothers denied it was called Endgame when it first was rumored to be Endgame, but then obviously with the trailer saying Endgame, it's like.
So maybe it is just.
I honestly, I don't know. This is weird. Like, I just have this feeling that they're just calling it Endgame, and then after Captain Marvel is out, they'll do another Avengers trailer, like I don't know, trailer 2 or whatever, and then you see the real. Thing because they didn't want to ruin it. Like maybe it's called like I don't know, something like the next generation or the new
the new Avengers,
the next Captain America, so, something like that, where it's like they don't want to obviously spoil it now.
Revealed.
I don't know. To me, Endgame is like it's not really a good title. The way they're hyping it up, like it's so secret, nobody's guessed it. This and the other thing, it just feels like. Really,
there's something else going on here.
It's like, and they did this before too. With I mean, it was a quieter or a quicker turnaround. But when they were revealing their slate, I think Civil War was called like Serpent Society or something like that. So they've been known to do that. So I just feel like Endgame is the final title.
Okay, let's see. I have another one. The first X-Men /mutant appearance will be on Shield.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
Not major character, obviously. I'm just saying the first.
You mentioned that was one of my other predictions that by the end of calendar 2019, we will see mutants officially in some way in the Marvel MCU.
Yeah, I'm going specifically. I'm going Shield on this one, but I actually agree with you, Tony. Sorry, absolutely. So, there's no way that they don't put them in there that quickly. Like I understand not getting it in Avengers, but somewhere it's going to be there. So,
and just on a quick aside, I have to say how amazed I am at the ever since Disney was like confirmed to buy Fox or whatever like that, like all of a sudden everywhere I look, there's like starting to pop up X-Men merchandise. Like saw X-Men 90s Jim Lee t-shirt at Target the other day, which I'm like, really? Like,
I mean, you got X-Men figures again.
X-Men figures again. I think
toys are back.
Like. There's Cyclops coming back now that Wolverine and Jean Grey are back.
Yeah,
like, Cyclops is back, so it's like the original like whatever, love triangle of the series and stuff like that. So like, I think they're just gonna start hammering away to get that X-Men.
I think so too. Corey, another prediction?
I'm not. I believe that there will be worldwide at least 3 $2 billion.
3?
3. That's it. Bold. We're doing bold.
That is bold. Avengers, obviously.
Yep.
Lion King.
Yeah.
My guess would be Avengers Endgame, Star Wars at Episode 9,
Toy Story,
and then I'm going with you, Jim. I think Frozen 2.
Could
do it.
I think Frozen 2 could do it.
Dude, Frozen 2 is gonna. Yeah.
So
the kids.
But again, it's
the power of the kids.
Star Wars thing. I'm not. It's the end. Like this is the end. Like depends on the marketing and everything, but yeah.
I'm still standing firm that Last Jedi will do better than, whatever Star Wars Episode 9 is going to be called. That 9 is going to do better than Last Jedi, but still under Force Awakens.
Yeah, no, I mean, absolutely, probably should, based off of recent Star Wars stuff as well. Yeah. But no, I mean, that's why it's a bold prediction.
Yeah. All right, Tony, you have another one, or I have a couple here.
Nothing concrete. But I just feel like Netflix is going to go even harder on certain anime and stuff like that. Like,
okay,
especially with the announcement of Evangelion on Netflix, I feel like that's just leading up to either a live action Netflix movie for it, or they're going to be the ones that are going to fund that last movie in the series.
Oh, okay, cool.
There was a live action movie in the works.
Yeah, no, and that's why I feel like
workshop.
Like,
yeah,
we want.
Yeah, I have Spider-Man will add Venom as a stinger at the end of its credits.
Ooh.
This one,
Far From Home.
Yes.
Interesting. Tom Hardy as a stinger. I'm going super. Random predictions. Yeah,
I'm gonna go. There's a 5% chance of it happening, but it's damn bold.
Oh, all right. So I just remember another prediction. I didn't think about today when we were talking about it, but I have to, because I still feel like in Avengers Endgame, we are going to see some of that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. cameo. Like,
you gotta do it, Tony. You gotta do it. You gotta
do it. They have to.
Yeah.
I'm just feeling.
Come on, Quake. You can do this.
All right.
I'll tell you what. I mean, I'll let this bet ride until the next movie. That's how confident I am. Don't worry.
I know you, but I'm just like, I just feel like this could be perfect timing. Just with
now or never, really.
Right. Yeah, it has to be now or never.
Yeah. It's the end game. It's got to be now or never.
For that one.
So, all right. Anybody? What other predictions? Anything else, guys? I'm pretty good. Yeah,
much it.
I'm covered. There might be my other one. I did have Deadpool and Wolverine will be in a movie together, announced next year.
Like a crossover event?
Yeah, and I think it's going to be Hugh Jackman. There's just too much back and forth on Twitter from those two.
Okay, all right.
I guess I could do this as a prediction because Jim thinks it's not going to happen, but New Mutants will be released in theaters.
Nope. I did concede that Dark Phoenix is coming out, but I will not give you New Mutants. It's just not happening.
Done.
So, all right. I think it's going to wrap up 426 of the Moviecast. Thanks for tuning in. Write us podcast at allycangeek.net. Follow us on Twitter, allycangeek. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Have a great holiday break. Hopefully some of you guys have off. I have 2 weeks off, so I'm going to be really good. Enjoy the festivities. Enjoy the new year. Happy New Year. And we'll see you next year.